going, everybody? It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in Southern Illinois. I'm actually starting it out at my local gas station. Had to get gas in the truck, but I wanted to film for you guys before I even got to the lake because we're doing something a little different today. So there's a lake about 20 minutes from my house that I've actually never fished before. I've been around it several times. Literally a roadway separates it from a lake I fish all the time that I've actually made some videos on. But I just wanted to hop on this one because I fished like a little Tuesday night circuit around here some years, and they have a tournament here about every 5 weeks, and you can pick which lake you go on. Well, the one I'm really familiar with and I've done very well on, but I'm not familiar with the other one. So I've never fished it. I've never been comfortable with it. So we're going to try to figure it out today, and you guys are going to see it. So I wanted to film now before I got to the lake. That way, when I get to the lake, everything's my first initial reaction. You guys will see it, and I'll kind of walk you through the process of how I break down a lake that I've never fished before. So stay tuned, guys. I'm not fishing at Old Rend here. I've fished it a lot on the channel, so that's not where we're heading. The lake we're actually heading is called Lake Hamilton. So if you're from the same area I am, then you know where it's at and stuff. But I've never fished it, so we're gonna go see what we can do. Alright guys, so we've actually made it to the lake, and I kind of like what I see. You know, it's kind of just like your typical little city lake reservoir, and I think it's got a lot of promise. So we're gonna get the boat in the water and see what we can do. So parking here at this lake's a little limited. There's already 3 boats already here, so there's not much of a parking area, so I had to park like down the road. It's just a little gravel road. You guys seen it coming in, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, guys. I'm excited. I love fishing a new lake, so when we get out on the water, I'll kind of show you my thought process and what I go through trying to digest this place and kind of break it down. So stay tuned. All right, so first thought, guys, the water is a little more clear than I thought it would be. So that kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. I mean, it's definitely tinted and it's not clean and clear, but most of these little city lakes around my area are just like coffee with creamer in them this time of year. So it's kind of a nice little treat. So gonna pull over here a little bit, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about what I go through. All right guys, so I'm using the GoPro right now to actually film myself so I can use my phone to show you the maps, show you kind of like the breakdown of what I'm looking at with this lake. I gotta turn because I can't see my phone, but anyway, so right here where it says Lakeshore Drive, you know, there's a nice little kind of rocky bank. There's a bridge there. A lot of this is more of a like, you know, lay downs and just a, you know, grass bank, you know, just nothing, not a whole lot of structure. I mean, like rock wise, bridge wise, you know, things like that. So just kind of your typical city lake, you know, local city reservoir. Let's see, going back over here, this area kind of piques my interest because there's a railroad bridge back here, so I'm curious what that looks like. That'd be a perfect area that they could pop back and spawn. And then, you know, this time of year in Southern Illinois, they can kind of be in all stages of the spawn around this time. I've seen lakes where, you know, they might have already spawned, lakes that they're spawning currently, and then lakes that they've not even spawned yet. So it's second week of May. Most lakes, you know, the spawning activity should be pretty heavy, but it just really depends in this area on weather, depth, you know, things like that. If it's a deep, clear lake, you know, sometimes they might spawn a little early because they'll go out deep and they'll spawn then, but shutting at the shallow muddy lakes, you know, I have found different things, so there's really no rhyme or reason to it. But wind's actually picking up a little bit, putting a little bit of chop on the water. I like that. The water temps right now are like 75 degrees, so that's good. I mean, that's about perfect, so for what I like anyway. So I'm gonna throw the GoPro on and we're going to try to catch some fish. So I think it's gonna be a good time, guys. Stay tuned. So when I come to a brand new lake, first thing I always do, one of them, if I'm trying to cover a lot of water, is throw a spinnerbait. Water, it does have a little bit of a tint, so I'm going with the double Colorado blade, chartreuse and white. Kind of a good staple, you know, when it comes to spinnerbaits. But I want to be able to cover a lot of water, and I don't want to start out with something like a crankbait or something, because you don't know how much like grass or moss or anything like that there is in this. and you just don't want to start out by pulling up a bunch of junk. So spinnerbait's something you can kind of keep subsurface, but yet you can cover a lot of water with it. And then when I get to laydowns, I will actually flip them. So we're gonna do quite a bit of flipping today, probably. Like I said, I've never fished here, so I don't know if we're gonna get bit a lot. I don't know, but I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight. See, like, they already pulled up a lot of junk, so that's why I don't want to start out, you know, with a crankbait or something. I'm just trying to learn what the lake has to offer. All right, guys, so I started out with the spinnerbait, just threw it just for a short time, but I'm actually switching over to the Crush City cleanup crawl. If you guys haven't tried out any of the Crush City products from Rapala yet, I highly recommend it because they are fish catching machines. So we might actually go flip a little bit here and see if we can get anything in the boat. Alright guys, we're going to do something a little different. So these balls of shad are popping here. We're going to throw us a lipless crankbait through them and see if we can get any bass to bite. There's one already. That didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. Literally first cast. Healthy little fish. That one hit right here at the boat. That's some light out here. And they're healthy little fish. Well, I don't know what the GoPro's got and what it hasn't. It's been messing up, but even though they're tiny, that's fish like number 7. So I mean, there's number 8. They're tiny little fish, but it's a blast catching them. Well, save me from getting him off the hook. I just keep having the hope they're gonna get bigger, but it ain't happened yet. Well, that one was a little bigger. Came off. He's maybe a pound and a half. These other ones haven't even broke a pound. Keep coming off because I don't think they're a lot of them are big enough to get the full hook in their mouth. Well, I haven't gotten one to bite in quite a while. And there's one right there. As soon as I say that, one hit, I'll quit. He about got me. Yeah, I'm just sitting in 5 foot of water and these balls of bait just keep coming up. I'm just casting my lipless right past them and reeling right up through the middle of them. Sometimes I get hit, sometimes I don't. so that was a little fun there. We hammered about 20 or so in a school. They were all about half pound to a pound, but it was a good time. So I'm just gonna kind of troll around the lake here and just see if I can find any other schools, kind of maybe get a couple others to fire off, and then make our way out of here, because it's about 11 o'clock. I've got a lot of stuff I got to do around the house today. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. Let's see if we can just catch a couple more before we leave. Well, guys, I'm just kind of cruising the lake, trying to find balls of bait. There's another one. Just wish some of them had some size. Anyway, before I was interrupted, well, there's always another one. But anyway, before I can get interrupted again, I left that main school that I've been fishing on. I've just kind of started cruising, looking for shads schooling up, and wherever they're at, the bass are at. So yeah, that one came off, but definitely got the lake figured out now. So like I said, I just don't know how much size is in this lake. I mean, I'm sure there's some 3 or 4 pounders in here somewhere, but I'm yet to see them. So just got off the water here at Lake Hamilton. Pretty impressed. You know, I kind of started out struggling. You know, I couldn't get anything to bite on the bank. And then started watching some shad blow up in the back of some pockets. And I was like, you know, I wonder if I could, you know, catch the fish that are chasing those. And end up throwing on a rip and wrap and, you know, hammered them. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. I caught 20 to 30, but I mean, they're all about a pound. I mean, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But it was a lot of fun. You know, they weren't quality fish, but they were quantity, and it was just a good time getting out, exploring a lake I've never fished before. I consider it a success. I mean, anytime you can get bass to bite, it's fun. Like I said, I wish I could have got some quality ones. I thought, you know, in them schools that I'd be able to eventually kind of stumble into some bigger ones, but it just never really happened. But anyway, guys, it was a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed kind of me walking you through kind of how I break down a lake. You know, I always start with the bank and then kind of work out. You know, it's just kind of, I fish my strengths was throwing a crankbait and, you know, wacky rig and spinner bait, you know, things like that. And then if I got to move out further and, you know, go a little deeper, then I'll kind of move on from there. So, you know, I started out getting here this morning and, you know, looked at my map and, you know, kind of just made note of the water temp and the water clarity and things like that, and just kind of adjusted how I needed to. And you know, I found areas that I was comfortable fishing. So if you guys ever go to a new lake, that's what you guys need to do. You need to look at stuff that looks familiar to you, and then you need to fish it how you fish other lakes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but that's just what I do. You know, I use what I learned from other lakes and apply it to new lakes the first time I ever go to them. So hopefully you guys kind of liked exploring this lake with me. You know, I was kind of concentrated more in one area, so I didn't film a whole lot of, you know, the whole lake itself. So hopefully you guys got something from that. We've got a lot of nice little hidden lakes here in Southern Illinois. So hopefully it's a way for them to kind of expose to you guys and for you guys to see them. And maybe you guys can come try them out for yourself someday. So I know a lot of our followers are here in the Southern Illinois area. And, you know, in fact, a majority of my viewers are either Southern Illinois or Western Kentucky. So hopefully you guys can come and experience it one day. So if you guys would, please subscribe to the channel. We hit 500 subscribers just the other day. It's not over yet. We're hoping to get past that 1,000 subscriber mark. So please subscribe so you guys can be one of those that help support the journey and help the dream continue and grow. So definitely appreciate it, guys. So stay tuned for more content. I've got a lot more videos coming. And if you guys like this video, please let me know. There's tons of lakes in Southern Illinois that I've never fished before that I would love to go and explore and experience. you know, can't even talk right now, experience, and then, you know, bring you guys along for the journey. So I don't know how many fish today that I did get on camera and what I didn't. You know, I caught 20 to 30, but I think I only got probably like 15 or so on the GoPro. There's several times it wasn't filming. I'd be like in the middle of catching one, I'd try turning it on, and that's it for today, guys. So please subscribe, please follow our social media links, and that is it. God bless you. I will see you guys in the next video.